Junkyard Joust is about crashing. Cars crash their way through the ranks to get to the top. There were some huge crashes in the first half of the third main event, and right now some of these teams are barely holding on. Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Yonda, and welcome to the Junkyard Joust. It's time to finish up the third and final main event. Right now, the Copperheads are looking good with 4 remaining. Hot Racers just barely holding on with 1, as are the People's Front of Camino. More Than Meets the Eye looking good at 4. The Bikini Bottoms were eliminated in the first half. The Hot Racers used their bonus action to stay alive. Shredheads and Copperheads still got one. Any team with heads, I guess. Baby Cookie's still driving around on her new ride.
Hey, what's going on?
That's not really the best way to turn around, Cookie.
Shut up.
I'm not sure she even knows how to control this thing, or even if she is controlling it.
I tried. Decided to do some stunts.
Oh, and now she's got it onto the track, and what is going on here? She's driving into Evil Weevil, our track buffer. I think she wants Evil Weevil to get off the track, and she takes a run at the hill, gets about, oh wow, more than halfway up, but then she falls off and gets run over by the vehicle she was riding on.
Danger, danger!
And then it runs her over again. Yep, I don't think she's controlling this thing. I don't know what the deal is, but it's time to joust. Round 4, here we go. The Tucker Torpedo for the Copperheads, starting us off, sponsored by Emo Dingo. Solid starter car for the Copperheads, our 2-time champs. Can they get back to the finals again? Scourge is up first for More Than Meets the Eye, sponsored by Duxie from the Joust Network. Scourge slams into the Tucker and manages to push it curbside. This is unusual behavior for the Tucker. Coming down for the Neon Nashers, Cosmic Coupe, sponsored by Star Corps Industries. Neon has 3 left in the match. They are looking pretty good right now. Tucker escapes, and Scourge begins to dismount. Up first for the Juicers, Poisonous Pink, sponsored by Coffee Run. Solid slam from Poisonous Pink, but it doesn't do too much. Cosmic Coupe stays locked in. Scourge is going up, though. Dior 3 for the Shredhead, sponsored by Emmett and Luke's Engines and Lug Nuts. The DR3 gets underneath Poisonous Pink, and Poisonous Pink's luck runs out. Can't quite make that recovery happen. Looks like it could, but then it loses impetus, stays on its roof. Our first elimination of round 4. Power Pistons for the Silver Slivers, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. A little bash there from Power Pistons. Cosmic Coupe is pushed off the track. Looks like it's probably going to make a recovery. And here comes the newbie for Crimson Crashers, Double Demon, sponsored by Judy Collins. Double Demon has been performing well, and this time it turns itself sideways on the track. Also pushes Power Pistons curbside. Dangerous place to be. 70 El Camino, the final car for the Camino, sponsored by Sicken. The Camino slams Double Demon off the track in Power Pistons, almost a double takedown, but look at this, both cars recover. Look at that recovery by Double Demon. That is a great sign for Crimson, last season's champions. Final car for the Hot Racers, the Mercedes-Benz AMG C-Class, sponsored by Chorgoth. Boom, there goes the Camino, and it makes the recovery happen. The People's Front of Camino stay alive. We're back around the roster to the Copperheads. Purple Passion Woody, sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. Purple Passion finds that the line is tight and bounces back off the 2 cars. And now it's undercutting time. More Than Meets the Eye sending down Mirage, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Mirage gets underneath the Purple Passion Woody, but can't flip it over easy, and it stays right side up for the moment. Certainly still in danger. Here comes Turbine Time, sponsored by the Aardvark of Freedom. Turbine Time plows Mirage all the way down to the front of the track, and there goes the over easy on the C-Class racer, Mercedes-Benz, taken out. Hot Racers are finished unless they can find a miracle recovery. Beach Bomb, 137 grams for the Juicers, sponsored by Farty Marty. A powerful hit, but it doesn't get much done. Just kind of tightens the line up. The Diora is going up, but it hasn't flipped over yet. Turbine Sublime, sponsored by Emmett and Luke's. Turbine, ooh, I thought it would bounce off the back of the bus, but it kind of fumbles around a little bit and manages to lock in. No damage done. Kind of helped the Diora up front, actually. It's the Assassin Solaire, sponsored by Judy Collins. Solaire gets right underneath Turbine Sublime, but Turbine Sublime handles it. It has been a great car for the Shredheads. Doing well now. Coming down next for Crimson, Baseline, sponsored by Star Corps Industries. Baseline plows Solaire all the way underneath the bus, and the bus is going up. This is bad news for the Juicers. That thing is good at recoveries, but I don't know about this undercut. 58 Impala, sponsored by Sicken, 135 grams. Massive hit, the bus goes up and over, it struggles. It looks like it's gonna find a place to land, but then it just kind of topples over at the last second, and it's finished. Unless it makes a miracle recovery, which is always a possibility with these buses. Baseline also in trouble. Optimus Prime now sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. Optimus drives off the back of the Impala, flips face forward, stays alive. No eliminations on that hit. Mirage kind of sidles off the track a little bit. Solaire got all the way up to the front. Camaro Z28 sponsored by the Test Joust series over on the Junkyard Joust Discord. A big rebound for the Camaro. That Impala is wedged in, and I don't think it's going to move this time. Last round, we saw it flip up into the air and make a recovery. Lemon Slice for the Juicers. Big Bad Undercutter sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. Boom, got underneath the Camaro, but it did not get under the Impala, at least not yet, and the Camaro's still on the track. 24 Hours Good Survivor for the Shredhead, sponsored by Emmett and Lutz. 24 Hours somehow manages to get under Lemon Slice. Lemon Slice manages to stay alive for the moment, and the Camaro makes a great recovery for the Neon Nashers. Shadow Jet 2, sponsored by Sicken. Shadow Jet takes a shot at 24 Hours, but is rebuffed. 24 Hours, a great shift to a recovery, and now it looks like Lemon Slice might be in danger. The double-decker bus, 309 grams of Fury, sponsored by Jesus. Boom, there it goes. Shadow Jet is thrown around, and so is 24 Hours. I can't really see the results of this. 24 Hours did speed off to a recovery, and look at that. Lemon Slice, a nice removal from danger. Shadow Jet right now is in a weird position. That could be a problem for the Slivers. McLaren F1, sponsored by Sicken. McLaren hits that bus, it's not going anywhere, but you know what? Shadow Jet turns over sideways. That is elimination land if it can't get out of there. It's gonna get one chance to do it. Final car of the round is a semi. Optimus Prime for More Than Meets the Eye, sponsored by Torgoth the Infinite Horror. A massive hit, and the McLaren is just squeezed out of position, crushing the Joust fans completely, knocking them over in their protective barrels. Their mopeds are certainly squished. Good recovery, though, there by the McLaren, and I do not see a recovery for Shadow Jet, unfortunately. That'll be 4 losses in round 4, but we do have a measurement on Baseline, looking pretty eliminated to me. And yeah, it's way out, 57 degrees. That'll be a loss for Crimson. 5 cars in the round and 1 team. We're down to 20 cars. Crimson falls to 2. Copperhead's still at 4. Shredhead's at 3. Hot Racers out of the match. And the Juicers down to just 1. Camino's still in it at 1. More Than Meets the Eye still at 4. Neon Nashers at 3. And the Silver Slivers fall to 2. Round 5, here we go. We still have a couple bonus actions out there. Can't wait to see what those get used for. Scourge is in position on the track. Leading the match right now, you've got a brand new team that worked their way up from the minor leagues, and then you've got the Copperheads, who are 2-time champs. The Shredheads, ooh, almost a takedown there of Cosmic Coupe, but Cosmic Coupe makes a nice recovery. Crimson Crasher sending down the bus a little early this time. They only have 2 cars left, so it kind of makes sense. Scourge almost flipped over on that hit. That was close, a little squeeze there, but it survives. Number 1 for Silver Slivers, Power Pistons, bounces off of the bus, goes way back down the track. And then it tangles with the El Camino. They both go just about off the track after that little tussle, but they are both still in danger. The Juicers going for the kill on the bus. Crimson better hope that that nail does not get driven in underneath the bus, or they are in deep trouble. I think More Than Meets the Eye knows what's going on. They try to drive Lemon Slice underneath the bus. It fails badly. Lemon Slice is eliminated. Somehow Optimus coming back down and staying alive. But that is gonna do it for the Juicers. A team that was in the finals last season, they are finished. A little bounce back for the Purple Passion Woody, and it looks to be in danger now. Optimus is tipping. And Turbine Time is gonna finish Optimus Prime off. Finally, more than meets the eye, loses a vehicle. Copperhead still at 4 for the moment. And the Purple Passion Woody out of danger as Turbine Sublime slots in behind Turbine Time. Double Demon with an assist, trying to push Sublime under time. Cannot quite make it stick. Solaire enters the fray, and wow, it was devastating. Look at that. Turbine Sublime flipped over, eliminated for Shredheads. Devastating loss for that team. Double Demon on its side, still on the track, however. And here comes another undercutter. It helps Double Demon recover, and then Mirage goes curbside. A massive slam from the 58 Impala. Somehow that really light Mirage car manages to survive that hit. And Solaire tries to go under the bus, but is rebuffed. And now it's curbside and in trouble. Things tighten up a little bit after that hit by the Camaro. 24 Hours gets under the Camaro. It survives again. Great car for Neon. And then the other Optimus Prime slots in behind 24 Hours. We have one car left. It's the McLaren for Copperheads. A little jostling there, but nothing major, and that will end round 5. There were 20 cars left. Now we're going to be down to 17. 3 eliminations in round 5. And we're going to lose a team. That'll take us down to 7 teams. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Crashers and Copper steady. Shredheads lose 1 down to 2. The Junkyard Juicers out. Kind of an early exit for them. They were ranked 19th, but not as early as the Hot Racers, who were ranked 9th. Camino still in it with 1 left. More Than Meets the Eye falls to 3. They're even with Neon Nashers. Sliver still at 2. Season 10 of Junkyard Joust will be called the Season of Colors. You can see a couple of cars there that will probably be in the mix. Nearly all the teams will be teams that are color themed. Copperheads, of course, will be included amongst that group. As too will the Neon Nashers. Cosmic Coupe escaping the track and keeping Neon alive. The top 3 teams in the finals of this season will be guaranteed a spot in next season, but the rest, maybe not. Power Pistons breaks the line and mixes things up a little bit, but we have no eliminations yet in round 6. Follow up by Double Demon just about creates that elimination. Diora goes over, but is probably right about at 45. Good recovery by Power Pistons, keeping Slivers alive. El Camino tries a knockout blow on Double Demon, but it handles it like a champ, plopping down in the safety area and making that recovery happen. Ooh, the Purple Passion Woody's attempt to take out the Caminos backfires with a weird twist, and it ends up sideways off the track, and that will take Copperheads down a notch. They're no longer in the lead. But the Camino never escaped the track completely, and Copper gets their revenge. Tucker Torpedo knocking it sideways, upside down, and over with the help of Turbine Time. They are finished. Another team lost. And now we've got a weird backup down the track going on. Mirage trying to get under Turbine Time. 24 Hours shakes things up. Turbine Time goes over, and Neon is going to be down. No more Turbine Time. They fall to 2. Solaire with a nasty undercut, and it looks like 24 Hours is sideways. Oh yeah, that is definitely sideways. Again, that really light car Mirage manages to stay level and survive. The double-decker bus lumbers into position. Solaire is taken out, completely thrown over. Mirage makes a full recovery, and there's Tucker Torpedo. Nice locked in and safe. That'll take the Slivers down to 1. The Impala with a devastating hit on the 300-gram bus, somehow boosting it up on top of Tucker Torpedo, where it sits and wobbles. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it didn't fall over, but wow, that is not a stable position. Talk about precarious. The Camaro takes it out, pushes the Impala up, a gentle tap, still somehow caused some damage, and there goes the bus. Crimson is in deep trouble. Optimus Prime comes down, doesn't do any damage. Last season's champs are in big trouble now. They're just down to the new guy, Double Demon. And the final car of the round, the McLaren, does not take anyone out. Camaro stays alive for Neon. That bus was never eliminated last season. This is bad news for Crimson Crashers. A big round for elimination, 6 of them. Let's take a look at the aftermath. 1 loss for every team here. Copperheads fall to 3, Crashers down to just 1, as well as the Shredheads. Things are getting tense. The People's Front of Camino have been eliminated. Rank 20, they are out. The 3rd team to fall. More Than Meets the Eye, the only team that didn't lose a vehicle in that round. Neon Nashers fall from 3 to 2. Silver Slivers fall from 2 to 1. More Than Meets the Eye, showing that they are an endurance team. They have vehicles that will stick around. Another thing I wanted to mention about Season 10 is you're going to see every team that had a color theme come back that's ever competed in the Joust, and a couple new ones. Diora gets under Cosmic. Cosmic recovers for the moment, not completely off the track this time. The Diora was curbside and it ends badly as Double Demon shunts it off the track upside down. If it does not recover, Shredheads, former champions, are out of the match. Bad luck for the Shredheads, but good luck for Crimson Crashers. Double Demon making a nice recovery after Power Pistons attempts that takedown, but it is denied. And then gets undercut just a little bit by Mirage, but Mirage can't make it stick. The 58 Impala is here to help, and wow, what a hit. Actually, Mirage doesn't really get a whole lot of undercutting done right there, just gets thrown off the track. So does Tucker Torpedo and Power Pistons. They all survive. Instead of a triple takedown, we had a triple survive on that last hit as the Camaro slots in or bounces in. Optimus Prime sidles into position, tightens up that line. Only 1 elimination so far in this round. Final car of the round is the McLaren. It fumbles about a little bit, but stays on the track and survives. The Diora did not recover. It does not look very likely, but guess who still has a bonus action? It's the Shredheads. They choose Winnebago Surprise, a last-ditch effort to get their car back right side up. It's almost certain to fail, but why not cause some trouble on your way out? Winnebago's gonna come down and slam into this line of cars and cause 2 eliminations. Boom! There goes Optimus Prime, and there goes the McLaren. The 2 top teams both lose a car because of that revenge Winnebago. Shredheads may be out, but they took a couple cars with them. That'll take us up to 3 eliminations on the round, but potentially some bad blood between the Shredheads and these 2 other teams. Those kind of bonus actions do not breed goodwill, certainly not. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Shredheads are out, ranked number 8, done. Copperheads down to 2, Crimson still at 1. More Than Meets the Eye is also down to 2. They're tied with Neon Nashers and Copperheads. Silver Slivers steady at 1. We have 8 cars left in the match, 5 teams. It's round 8. We get down to 3 teams and it's over. Who is going to make it to the finals? Copperheads start us out with a slot in by the Tucker Torpedo. Joust fans are back up after getting crushed by the McLaren and earlier by Cookie. They've seen some action today. And we've got some slotting in to do, so let's montage. Some minor action, but the big action is right there. The Impala, a heavy hit, and both vehicles impacted survive. Look at that leap into the air by Power Pistons, keeping Silver Slivers in this match. What a survivor. Same goes for Double Demon. Camaro bouncing back off of that car as usual. No eliminations, unbelievable. And Mirage with a quick undercut. So quick, it barely even affects the Camaro at all. No damage there. And that was the final car of the round. We are already going to go to increased speeds for round 9 of this final main event of the season. Randomized running order is up. It's going to be more than meets the eye, starting us out, followed up by the Neon Gnashers. Cosmic Coupe's going to take an increased speed hit here. The Copperhead's deciding to go with the Impala, maybe hoping to get some eliminations, but it doesn't work. A tight line has formed and nothing doing. Double Demon with a fairly gentle slot in. Cosmic Coupe starting to leave the track. Power Pistons attempts a takedown, also manages to escape the trek. Great news for the Slivers and for Crimson. Even with increased speeds, Mirage still too light to get under the Impala, gets bounced way back down the track and goes curbside, where it then gets piled on by the Camaro, but look at that recovery, a double hit. Rolls over to a recover. That'll be a survive for more than meets the eye. We got one car left in this increased speed round. Tucker Torpedo gets it done, takes out the Camaro, and Neon loses a car. The only elimination of the round. A lot of bouncing, but it just can't quite get back on its feet. And that'll take the Gnashers down to 1. They are still in the match, however. A lot of teams at 1 at this point. 7 cars left. We're heading into round 10, still at increased speeds. Copperhead's deciding it's best to start off with the Tucker Torpedo this time. It slots in. Things coming down to the wire here. Scourge is locked in. Cosmic Coupe goes curbside. Gotta stay alive. Neon in danger. Double Demon with a pile driver, and Cosmic Coupe gets flung, thrown over again and again, and it lands sideways, can't make the recovery happen. The Gnashers have been eliminated, barring some sort of miracle. Oh no, what happened to Power Pistons on that hit? An unlucky bounce, it tries to take out Double Demon, bounces weirdly off the back of Tucker and goes upside down. Very uncharacteristic for that car. We might be seeing the end of the match here. What's the Impala gonna do? It hits its own teammate, does not take it down. No calamities for Copper. If there's no changes, this match might be over after Mirage goes down. And Mirage can't do anything to the Impala. The round is over, the match is over. We've got our teams. Let's take a look at the aftermath. 2 eliminations, there they are. And Neon Gnashers are out, ranked 28th. They held on for quite a long time, and so did the Silver Slivers, who were also eliminated. They were ranked 30. But it's going to be ranked 24 more than meets the eye, ranked 6 Copperheads, and ranked 1 Crimson Crashers, who are moving on to the finals. The Neon Gnashers stuck around for 10 rounds. They got 98 points. Is it enough? No, it is not. They will get 3rd in the wildcard standings. Cookie's Crime Syndicate had 270 points, and they are a lock now for the finals. Congrats to Cookies. More than meets the eye, Copperheads and the Crimson Crashers. They will join these 6 other teams for the finals, and what a finals it will be. Most valuable player for that match, Double Demon for the Crimson Crashers. They lost their bus, and Double Demon, the rookie, kept them in the match. And moving on to the big one. We return to the Apocalypse Joust for more pulse-pounding action next week. Join the Junkyard Joust Discord now. There's a lot of jousting going on in that Discord. Give you something to do while you wait for the next episode of Junkyard Joust. Thank you for watching, everybody. And thanks to all my patrons for supporting this show and making it possible. See you next time.